Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more Men of Yoshiwara. Ohgiya, back with Gakuto. We are now on Chapter 7, Rain on the Cherry Trees. Let's go. Gakuto had told me something unbelievable. How could this have happened? He finally found the woman he was looking for. I gazed out the window as I let out a heavy sigh. Ever since that day I'd seen Gakuto, it had been raining continuously. It was like the weather was expressing the gloomy feelings inside of me. I wanted to see Gakuto so badly. I thought something would change if he opened his heart to someone. But now the woman that he'd been searching for had appeared. It was the worst possible opportunity. As I let out another heavy sigh, "Miss Kaze, can I come in?" I heard Musashi's voice coming from the hall. "Yeah, sure." Musashi entered my room holding a tray. I noticed it had green tea and some western sweets on top. "Your mother told me you weren't feeling well. That's why you brought me sweets." "Yes, she thinks you're feeling down because your feet hurt, keeping you inside the house." "Because it's raining? Okay. Oh. She wasn't right, but she wasn't too far from being wrong. "Is it something else?" Musashi questioned me as he put the tray down. I didn't know what to tell him. Part of me thought talking to Musashi about it would be a good idea, but... Miss? If I said too much, it might cause Gakuto more harm than good. With that bad feeling in mind, I couldn't talk about it. "I'm sure that's it. I don't really like the rain after all." "Are you worrying about something else as well?" "Why would you think that?" "Ever since you went to Yoshiwara the other day, you have been down." I was a little shaken up at how sharp Musashi's senses were. Trying to throw him off, I picked up one of the sweets. "It's just your imagination. You're such a worrywart, Musashi." "I hope that's true. Please, do not hesitate to talk to me. I will do anything in my power to help." "Thank you. When the time comes, I'll be counting on you." "Yes, ma'am." After that, I fortified my resolve and decided to write a letter. It wasn't that I didn't trust Musashi. It was quite the opposite, really. But I didn't want to cause him any unneeded worry. Utsusemi and Ageha would probably be able to understand and help out. I picked up my pen and wrote a letter to the two of them. In no time at all, I received a reply, and the three of us decided to meet up secretly. On the day of our meetup, the rain stopped. It almost felt like it was predestined. As planned, I went to the Inari shrine by myself. "Oh, Miss Kaze." "Hey." Ageha and Utsusemi had arrived first. "Thank you for meeting with me today." "No, it's fine. But why did you need to talk about so desperately?" You haven't told Gakuto about today, right?" "Of course not. My lips were sealed on the matter." "I was scared this one might spill the beans, though." "True, Ageha is very pure and can't hold the secret for the life of him." But I didn't slip." Utsusemi smiled as he pointed to Ageha. Ageha, on the other hand, had a very stern expression on his face. "I'm sorry for making you two go through all of this." "Don't be. I'll listen to Gakuto's special girl anytime she needs help." "Yeah, please don't worry about it and talk to us." "Thank you so much, you two." I was right. Gakuto had to have been sincere when he interacted with these two. It just wasn't possible for Gakuto to trust everyone. Seeing how honest and gentle Utsusemi and Ageha were proved that point. I hadn't told them anything yet, but my eyes were already getting wet. I pulled myself together. "It's only natural that Gakuto hasn't told you to, but I want you to save him." "What do you mean?" "Well, with a very brief, simplistic explanation, I told him that Gakuto had lost a friend and how he was now seeking revenge. Continuing, I told them that I didn't know what to do anymore." "Gakuto has been thinking of that this entire time?" I thought he'd been hiding something too, but not something like this." The two of them looked away with grave expressions on their faces. One's more panicked, and the other one's kind of curious, but okay, sure, grave. "I don't want Gakuto to become a criminal, but he told me that his only reason for living is to get revenge on that woman." "I see." Gakuto is frightening on the outside, but deep down, he's really caring. That's how I feel too. He's really a kind person. Sometimes he says some things to try and push you away, but in the end, he's always looking out for us, making sure we don't get into trouble. That's why I'm sure he's really close to the old friend of his. I don't want to see a high-profile courtesan like Gakuto arrested. Yeah, me neither. In any case, I never knew that woman from the other day had that kind of past. Oh, did this thirst of revenge get stronger because she showed up again? Yes, but Gakuto had told me he'd been thinking about the past ever since we'd met. It was the time when he'd been full of love and affection for others. Miss Kaze? Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Gakuto hadn't distanced himself from Utsusemi and Ageha. I could tell because they cared so much about him. Anyway, I don't know what the best solution is. If exacting his revenge will free him from the burden on his shoulders, then I don't have any right to stop him. But if he gets arrested, we'll never see him again. Then again, if we know it was for revenge, I'm sure they'll reduce his penalty. What? Some time ago, the courts were somewhat lenient on offenders who acted upon revenge. However, Miss Kaze, how do you feel about it? My feelings? I don't really know. I think we should get revenge. I don't want him to become a criminal. I don't want him to become a criminal. I couldn't agree more. But would he be convicted if he acted upon revenge? Ageha asked us, almost on the brink of tears. Sure, brink of tears. That was the one question all of us wanted the answer to. No matter what the reason might be, I could only think of murder as a sin. That thought had to be sealed away for now. In any case, what we really need right now was time. Utsusemi, it's probably best to prevent any bloodshed from happening at Ohgiya. That's a good point. Is there any way you can convince that woman to go to a different brothel? I'll try thinking something up and keep it a secret from Gakuto, of course. Thanks. Miss Kaze, thank you for telling us all about this. Huh? Honestly, I'm jealous of you. Even though I'm like a little brother to Gakuto, I had no idea. Utsusemi, you really are special to Gakuto. That can't be true. He never even told me he loved me. All I did was waltz into his life unannounced. I want to thank you too. I mean, if I learned about it later, it would have felt so much regret. Oh, I see. That's right. We need Gakuto to look at the present rather than the past. As long as we're by his side, I'm sure he'll realize how blessed he is. The three of us quickly parted ways and I headed towards Ohgiya. Where'd they go for all? Aren't we all heading here anyway? I was escorted to where Gakuto was already waiting for me. Ohgiya has been quiet because of the long spell of rain, but it's about to liven up. Greeting me, Gakuto reached over to hug me. Something about his actions gave me a squeezing pain in my chest. Why, though? It felt so incredibly painful. Maybe we could play with fireworks again. It's not that easy getting permission to use the courtyard. Oh, really? Well, considering you are sort of like a guest of honor, it might be doable. I have mixed feelings about that. Well, as they say, money is the key that opens all doors. That's how the world works. It's only natural for rich people to have it better. And it's natural for poor to suffer. Gakuto, what's wrong? Everything he was saying made it feel like someone other than Gakuto was talking. Reflectively, I surveyed his mood. What do you mean? You seem a little different than usual. He stayed silent. Holding me tightly, Gakuto put his face on top of my shoulder. Had something happened to him? I asked him. You right, Gakuto? Do something different. I don't think it's me. Are you alright? Are you alright? I quietly asked him how he was doing. Yeah, everything's great. Gakuto whispered to me in an almost vanishing voice. I'm sorry, it was totally not a whisper, and that's definitely not vanishing. After he was silent for a while, even if it's raining, I want you to come and visit me. I can't go to you, even if I want to. His tone made it feel like my heart was being crushed. Oh, what a haunting tone he had, his words sent shivers down my back. While you were away, it felt like I was dying as loneliness ate at me. I felt so dirty. Dirty? Yeah, I kept thinking about how my heart had become black because of my obsession. But when I thought about you, it felt like I was human again. I may have really turned into a demon. No, that's not true at all. Look, your warm hands are hugging me so affectionately. But I'm a demon with a small amount of humanity left in me. No, you're wrong, Gakuto. Please, don't put yourself down like that. I wrapped my arms around his wide back. His breath was warm as it grazed my skin, and yet how could he say those things about himself? I didn't want him to go off to a faraway place. Gakuto, could you forget about your quest for revenge, for just a little while? I can't do that. That would mean I let Yoshino down. But you don't even know if revenge is what he really wanted. Oh god. Gakuto's body jolted as he let go of me. Our eyes locked, but mine wavered. I had to look away. No, sorry. But I'm sure he wouldn't want you to suffer like this. There isn't a person alive who can hear the voices of the dead. That's true, but it didn't matter if Gakuto fulfilled his revenge. I was sure he would suffer either way. There was no place for him to run. I'd always thought about whether or not I should get revenge on her. But the more I think about it, the more I think exacting my revenge is inevitable. Even if I don't know why, I'm so obsessed over it. Why did he continuously go that far? Gakuto, doesn't that mean your idea of revenge has changed? You've been obsessed over this woman, chasing her. What are you getting at? I wasn't jealous in the least. At first, I felt something similar to jealousy because I thought she was his mistress. However, all I could do now was feel something akin to defeat. There was no way I could win against someone that could stir Gakuto up this much. I didn't even stand a chance against her. I'm sure you have feelings for her. Huh? You're joking, right? No, I'm sure that's how it is. You just haven't realized it, that's all. I despise that woman, that's all it comes down to. But why have you held on to your grudge against her all this time? The people who killed your friend were the workers at Kuramise, right? Yeah, she just kind of led up to it, but they were the ones who did it. It was their punishment. She's got a point. I mean, I got a point. Whatever. Yet you're still chasing after that woman, even though you've cut ties with that place. I just don't understand why you're so obsessed over her. Exacting my revenge against that woman is something I can't back down on. That's my only reason for living. But it's your own life. You can choose how you want to live. Why won't you understand? I could say the same to you. How do you think I feel being second to that woman? If things keep up like this, I'll have no choice but to leave you. I just want him to return to his senses instead of fixing on his quest for revenge. If luck was on my side, I want him to face me, even for just a little while. I wanted to let him hear the truth. Why would you threaten to leave me? It's because you're infatuated with another woman. I only want to avenge my friend. Still, the person occupying your every thought is that woman, right? If you want her so badly, why don't you lock her in a room and do as you please with her? My emotions welled up and I raised my voice as a result. I stood up in the heat of the moment. Wait, where are you going? Gakuto grabbed my arm, pulling me back. I'm going home because you seem preoccupied with other things. I'll never come here to bother you again. No, I'll never let you do that. It's my decision whether or not I want to come here and buy your time. Stop! He grabbed my arm with both his hands as he looked at me with pleading eyes, my heart beating loudly against my chest. I never thought Gakuto could make that expression. It was unimaginable seeing him so feeble like this. No, please don't go. Please don't throw me away. Don't leave me. If you're not here with me, all I can think about is getting revenge. You're walking one double-edged sword here, buddy. He sounds so weak, but it was hard to believe Gakuto was saying those words. Why am I leaning forward? I'm just like, oh my god. the heck? My chest squeezed painfully, and I couldn't breathe. You said you'd always stay by my side, hadn't you? Was that a lie? I knew it. Everyone just betrays me. I'll never betray you. I cut him off and grabbed his arms. My eyes quavered with fright as I stared straight at him. My heart shook along with the trembling shade of sorrow. I haven't betrayed you. I'm sorry for getting so emotional. But I just wanted you to come back to your senses. If I could do that, I would have already. If you could do that, I wanted you to look at me more. I'm always looking at you, aren't I? No, you're always thinking about your quest for revenge. You told me that all you could think about was that woman after she had seen Utsusemi. That's only for now. Just stay by my side. And give me your sincerity. What? If you ever come to trust me, or anyone else for that matter, I want you to tell me how you really feel. I already knew. Even if he did have feelings for me, Gakuto would keep them hidden forever. He was too afraid to face his feelings because he thought betrayal was lying in wait. So, even if he loved me, he'd never say it out loud. Fine. Kaze. Gakuto held me tightly. I thought that things were becoming more dangerous. He looked so defeated. At this rate, his heart would be destroyed by his obsession over revenge. Gakuto, have you thought about how you want to get revenge on her? Why did we switch that topic again? What the heck? Please, tell me. I wanted to have her fall for Utsusemi and have him pretend to elope with her. I would then turn them in to the director of the independent police. Both of them? What the hell? What's wrong with you? You can toss Utsusemi under the bus? You would do that to Utsusemi. Why? The other day you said you didn't want Ageha and Utsusemi to know about this. Yeah. Could you really live with yourself after doing that to a dear friend? Gakuto. I don't know. I had to do something. Otherwise, Gakuto would really do something he couldn't take back. Well, at least it wasn't murder. I quickly left Yoshiwara that day in order to think about everything. How is this gonna play out? I really would love to know. Because I have no idea. I forget there's like 10 chapters. I'm like, oh, we're on chapter 8. We're almost done. Nope. There's 3 more chapters and then 2 endings. I just lost my mind. I don't remember. Alright, anyway, guys. I'll see you in chapter 8. Hopefully, we can convince Gakuto to get rid of his little revenge plot and throwing Utsusemi under the bus just for this dang revenge. I was like, he's your best bud and you're trying to just run him over. It's not cool. So, yeah. Hopefully, things work out. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Kaze out.